Hi, this is Tini Norkia from the Norkia family, Philippine Adventure. Today is Mother's Day. Just want to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. About close to 2 years back, I lost my mother. She reached the age of 93 years old, and my father passed away at 94 years old. So both my mother and my father reached a very old age. I just want to say a Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, and really, a mother is so important that it's without a mother you cannot run a full house. That is the order of God's idea of God's plan for the house. That we must be a father, a mother for the family and the children. Each one plays very important role, and a mother play a very important role for the family. I've just seen a very nice story on the Philippine TV. It was about a young guy that's been adopted when he was very young. I think he was also plus minus 8 months old or something, and he was adopted, and his adoption mother took care of him, and after school he left the house to find work because he said no, he know he's adopted, and he know that the family love him very much, and he went to find work, and he found some good work. I don't know what type of work it was, but he earned quite money, and he could send her always money and to support her. So today on Mother's Day, they made this video where he returned back to her after many years. He returned to her, gave her a bouquet of flowers and a very nice Mother's Day message, and the mother was so full of joy to see him. So I was thinking of, I've got a friend. He's got an adopted son, and I was wondering how it's going in his house with his adopted son. Does his adopted son appreciate the father or the mother? Because from adoptions you hear a lot of not good stories. So I know this friend of mine, he adopted this little boy, and at a certain age his wife was very difficult for her. Making noise outside, to bring up this little guy was very difficult, so she left him and he divorced, and he was bringing up this little guy his own. They couldn't have children of their own. He brought him up, and this guy was a very difficult guy at school. Had difficulty at school. He difficult with concentration and real progress, success with schoolwork. Always in trouble and that type of things. So, when at a very young age, I know he was involved in drugs. Went to few rehabs. Lots of rehabs. He had a very hard and a tough life. I always felt sorry for him, and this guy do not really appreciate his adopted father. He treats the father with disrespect and not very good respect, and sometimes he when he's very upset, he always blames his father for his life, what happened in his life, and then you get a day or 2 days that he's in a very good mood, and then suddenly he's in 2 or 3 days just very bad mood. He's a recovered addict, as I said, and I know the father complained a lot and said this guy really do not really appreciate him as father. For me, I think that's very difficult, especially if that cost about most of your life, and you gave this guy a lot of opportunities and he never he never appreciated these opportunities. So this is really a tough one, and not a very good and a successful story, adoption story. And I know the father always said that he wanted to show the people, the families and the people that's watching the progress, because they all agreed with the wife and said, you're wasting your time with him. So they said to show them the success of this little boy, so that it could never come into reality. There's nothing that you really can go back and say, this guy made you proud or showed. So the father felt very bad, very heartbroken. It's really something very deep in a father's heart when things like this happen. You know, it's Mother's Day, but also there's many fathers that have been the father and mother for their children. And to be a father and mother is not always easy. It's a very hard task, because you don't always know how to handle the emotional side. And there's stuff that there's a mother can teach her son or her daughter. And there's certain things that the father can do, but for a father to be both mother and father. So I've got a lot of respect for this guy, father, that he stood and he brought this guy to where he is now. And I still know that the relationship is not very good. There's not a very good relationship between the two of them. It's a very bad relationship. In the Philippines, I don't know. This story I'm talking about, a guy that came back to his mother as a Filipino mother, and really he took care with so much respect with this mother. It is not his own mother. It's really his mother, adopted mother. And I don't know if they didn't mention if he found his real family. It sounds like it, not like it, but he treated his adopted family very lots of respect, and that really is for me is so good, son, because you hear always the bad stories of adoptions, and as I said, my friend have a very bad experience with adoption, not very good experience, that he's sometimes very sorry that it happened. What can you do? You've got to go through, you've got to give love. It's a decision that you've made, and you've got to stand by your stand and what you've decided. Sometimes there's words coming out of the adopted son's mouth that hurt the father very bad, and that is emotional scars that always will stay there and never will go away. You can just pray for peace. That's all the father can do. That's all advice I can give for anyone in that situation. You can just pray a lot and just believe God will work with this boy or son's or girl's heart. God, the Holy Spirit, is the only one that can do something. You as a person can just be example and sow the right seeds for that. So I can just come to the conclusion that adoption is always a risk. Even if you marry into a Filipino family and there's children, you have to make a decision to adopt these children and to make it part of your family, part of you. It's very difficult, it's not hard, but to make it work, you have to do it. You have to do the best what you can, and in certain boundaries, but you got to give them acceptance. Just accept them and be a steadfast father for them in this type of situation. Thanks for everyone. I hope you all enjoyed your Mother's Days, and really give your mother a hug and a call if you did not do it at this stage. And thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and yeah, some comments will do. And God bless. Take care. Bye.